We say it's
Last
been
Georgia-
20 days or so since
Georgia Tech.
What did it feel like?
I felt good out there. Like Coach Forbes was saying, I worked with Manny and Coach Gaines on taking a fastball that had good velocity and stuff, but not the best metrics, and turning that into a two-seam and then a cutter as well. So basically the same motion, but with just flip different grips on the fastball, and so it goes from an average metric fastball with good velocity to good velocity with good metrics on both sides of the plate.
How tough is that transition to make in a couple weeks?
You know, it's difficult at sometimes, just like figuring out the new movement, but you know, I've had a little bit of time to figure it out, so we've been working on it, and Manny's been a big help, and Coach Gaines and Coach Howell have all been really helpful with that.
Not just, kind of the physical part of it, but I guess mentally as well. Was it kind of helpful to maybe just take a step back a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as a competitor, you want to throw every time, but taking a step back and being able to work things through and develop better pitches to eventually help the team out in big spots is going to be, I think, in the long run, more beneficial.
When you're talking about those pitches there, I mean, obviously to come out here and like I said, 2 innings, I think 4 or 5 ground balls,
Yeah,
at least to be able to see those results, right away. I mean, just kind of how much that kind of helped that.
Yeah, no, it's great because not really thinking that like all those would be barrels, but some of those may be hits if they're the true 4-seam just kind of stay in the dead zone. But being able to see the 2-seam actually doing its job is really, it's really encouraging.
What do you think the last 2 series in the midweek games have taught the pitching staff about going forward?
Yeah, I mean, the pitching staff, early in the season, it was, executing 2-strike pitches and putting guys away late, and that was our problem. But then this series, I think Coach Gaines talked about it, was like, falling behind early to these hitters. And so, just getting back to where we were and then eventually executing, putting that all together, I think is going to be the biggest thing for the pitching staff moving forward, especially out of the bullpen.
When you look ahead, and I know y'all don't like it, but you're going to Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
It sounds like your role is going to increase after being down. Just what's your personal mindset to be able to prepare? And honestly, you guys' backs are against the wall, and you got a big series at VT. What's it like personally for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just preparing and keeping that same mindset that, like, I'm always going to believe that my stuff is better than the hitter. So then it's just attacking through the strike zone, with the new fastball and then the cutter and splitter and stuff like that. So it's continue to attack the strike zone. And then for the team moving forward, like Mac talked about in our team meeting, like, it's just kind of getting that swagger back where everybody in that locker room is, an electric player. They've been an electric player all the way from middle school to college, basically. And so it's getting back to having those guys understand how good they are and, like, they're here at North Carolina for a reason, and then bring that swagger back. And I think we saw a little bit of that today.
I asked the others, but I mean, did it take that sweep to get some of the guys or all of the guys to realize?
Yeah, I mean, it's just we had that feeling that we were a really good team, and we were just playing under where we should. And so I think getting that meeting and being swept, you always hate to be swept, but I think that it should end up being helpful to get everybody to come together and feel like that they're the players that they are.
I'm good. Appreciate it.
Yeah.